DBSCG things.
What's up, Yuhp gang? It's your boy Texan, and welcome back to Yuhp DBSCG Things. And today we're bringing you another very exciting deck list, guys. This is going to be a 3-all from our local this week, Red Hit. But before we get into the deck, guys, I do want to say if you want any custom card sleeves and or mats, absolutely check out ProMats, guys. The best place to go get your custom card needs. Link will be in the description below for you guys to go check them out. And also, as you can see on the screen now, they are holding a monthly tournament via Discord at the second weekend of every single month with some great prizing here. You can win some ProMat mats, some TCG medal leaders, and also some booster boxes. So make sure that if this is something you're interested in, you use the link in the description below to go to this Discord and register for these tournaments. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this deck or my content in general, make sure you guys smash all those buttons for me, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit those notification bells so you're notified every single time I upload a video. And with that being said, guys, let's turn this camera around and show you the deck. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with another prominent deck from our locals this week, going 3-0, just like the King Piccolo player. Unfortunately, we had short staff at our local this weekend, so we only got to play out 3 rounds, leaving 2 undefeateds. With that being said, go ahead, break down your hit deck profile and your matchups today.
All right. Well, I'll go over the leader first. This is one of my favorite leaders that's come out in the game in a long time. He's a reboot of the OG Red Hit leader that came out in set 9, I believe. So he has an auto when he attacks another leader card on his front side where he'll gain 5k, draw a card. He awakens at 4 or less. Then when you flip over, same thing, swing, draw, gain 5. But on that attack, he also has the ability to bring a skillless, 2-drop skilledless from your drop back to the field. So
awesome. So it special summons a skillless 20k, and
yep.
then it itself is a draw card 20k attacker.
Yep. So really it's just a lot of extra pressure. And my favorite part about him is activate main/battle. So he has it where he can discard a card, and then he can pop either something with double strike, crit, or blocker. The amount of people that forget this is
that's
amazing.
Very strong against people who think they're going to drop a Choppa double strike for a game.
It's two games today. It's just so fresh.
Is that what got you games?
Yeah, your boy Wubb.
Your boy Wubb dumped on a double striker. Oh, my boy Wubb.
And it's so good. And again, everyone seems to forget about it. They don't read that part, so I'm just like, I see them just going and comboing out. I'm like, yep, that's real cool. Discard my skillless, and then it's dead.
Right? It feels free too because the leader's just going to replay the skillless. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic leader. I love him. And as for the engine I'm playing with him, it makes a lot of sense. The U7 engine. So I got 4 of the 1-drop Gohan, top 5 for U7 or a 2-cost skillless, sorry, or a 2 specified Unison. Added to hand, and he has an auto limit 1. If you combo a skillless, he gets a draw. So with that, I have the 8 skillless that came out within the same set. So 4 of the Goku, 4 of the Piccolo. This engine that came out, I really enjoy, and I was trying to find the leader that would use it best, that would actually use the skillless, because the Gohan, he mainly just uses it for combo fodder. The Vegeta, same sort of thing, he just uses it for the combo draw. Hit gets to play it. So that's why
combo it, draw off this guy, swing with your leader, and this comes in.
You get draws for days. If you get Gohan established and stuff, it's just draws for days, and it's amazing. Awesome. So I think, to me, he's the best leader for this engine. To go with it too, I got 3 of the U7 Goku, Sun Goku Divine Presence.
Why 3?
I just don't think I really need a 4th. One problem with this deck, which will be shown off in a second, is Self-Awakening.
Gotcha.
So
needed to cut room for Self-Awakeners?
Yeah, he's searchable off Gohan anyway, so I wasn't too concerned about seeing him. I'll even charge 1 if I feel like I need to. But yeah, activate battle when you combo 2, you pay 2 red. He can come into play. He'll give something on the board 5, usually himself, but sometimes I'll use it defensively and give it to my leader. Then he has an auto when he swings, add a skillless from deck to hand, and he'll gain 5k, and he has deflect dual attack. So he's a fantastic swinger.
Yeah, not being able to get removed on your turn is just very strong.
That as well is really an underrated part.
A lot of people think that they can arrival something in to get rid of it.
Yeah.
They think that they're going to be a black player and kind of negate it out of play. No, none of that stuff's going to happen. This card is going to stay in play and make sure it gets its 2 attacks off. Very strong. And also, additionally, being able to go grab yourself a skillless from the deck when it attacks once per turn, very strong, because it's always going to, like you said, continue your draw power if you have that 1 drop on field.
Exactly. He's a fantastic card. Now we're going to go into the Self-Awakeners. This deck is very simple in terms of I'm just going to keep attacking. So 3 of the double strike Kaba, 3 of the double strike Trunks, and 3 of the intensifying power Trunks. So I'm running more
Dude,
the
is that your first non-foil card?
Yeah. I'm kind of sad about it.
Dude, I thought I was about to see a 100% foil deck right quick.
No, I'm not that cool, unfortunately. But yeah. I run 6 of the double strikers mainly to deal with Unisons because I hate Unisons. I hate dealing with them. So to get them out, and then the trunks is just fantastic pressure. So these are the main reason for these is just to self-awaken because that's one of the issues with this deck. If you can't awaken, then you're not going to take advantage.
They're always just one energy investments. So, if you guys don't know, the leader itself is a hybrid. So on the turn you play this, if you're planning on using it to rip you down to your 4th life, it's going to basically be free because you're going to awaken and stand the 1 energy that you use to play it back up.
Correct. So yeah, they are fantastic. This is my one of spice.
one of spice, absolutely. Try to deal with some blue.
Yeah.
This is going to stop dimension magic, and it's also a good cantrip.
Yeah, that was one of the
Barrier,
reasons.
it's a thing.
Yeah, it was mainly for a cantrip. I was scrambling to put this together today, and I was like, I need one more card. So it works. Speaking of Unisons, I do run a Unison later on in the deck, so I got 3 Yamcha because extra pressure is the main reason, but being able to get rid of 15k or less battle cards is great to go with.
Paired with the Unison that you use, it's so good.
Yeah, I can kill a lot of things, and it's fun.
A lot of things.
Kettle, I would probably turn these into Beerus Balls, honestly, but...
Really? Why do you say that? Just because Beerus Ball's free?
Pretty much.
Actually, I don't think Beerus Ball would be free in your deck unless you charge a multicolor card.
No, but even then, he's a 1 energy. Even at that case, it's a 1 energy.
Right,
so,
investment instead of 2.
And it's not going to depend on my board.
Attacker and also a blocker if you need it.
He is, but a lot of the time, I don't have my board out.
Both.
There's an advantage to both, but lately, if people were removing my board too well, because at the end of the day, my entire deck is pretty much weenies.
Right, so you gotta have the bond.
Yeah, so that's one reason why.
I see what you're saying.
I'd probably
use the bond. It's almost impossible to actually want to hit the field.
Yeah,
You're not gonna want to tap 3. 2 is okay. 3 is too much.
Yeah, so that's the kind of issue with him. So I'd probably make that Beerus Ball.
Beerus Ball, absolutely, very strong.
Otherwise, he's good.
So you're primarily using him to stop floodgates, right?
Yeah, pretty much to stop the guy who's coming up here. I think he hits him, unless I'm misremembering. Yeah, he hits it. Just double checking. I got triple topo because red
20k or less, man. Dude, that's crazy. This card's actually really good.
It's basically a better denial hope.
Yeah, with the 15k blocker body connected to it, that minus his Tina card, it can be 2 removals if they have a weenie on field that you got to get rid of.
Yeah, no, it's a great card. I can't take it away from it. So yeah, 3 topo because topo. I feel like there's not much to say with it. Counter, and then if your opponent wants to attack it.
How do you feel about playing this right now with the way the meta's going and everyone finding answers to these floodgate battle card counters? How do you feel running it at 3? Does it still feel good, or does it start to feel clunky, or do you ever fear those responses?
I always fear the response, but at the end of the day, it's either I use it or I get run over anyway. So it's kind of a necessary. I don't want to say necessary evil. That might be the best way to put it. But if they can't stop it, I've ended their turn, or they're going to lose a lot of cards trying to kill me.
Trying to kill you, absolutely.
So
if you guys don't know if this is a negate that hits the field. If you guys let it hit the field, this thing will make a effect that lasts the entire turn. If your opponent decides to choose to attack, they have to discard 2 cards from hand.
Yep. So
every time.
So he's a great stopper. That's one thing I was worried because my first match was against King Cold. I was worried he had the counter secret. If he had that, I wouldn't have won. I don't think I would have won. So yeah, he's a great card though. Got 2 double strike Chompas because throwing that on top of the UI Goku is really nutty because at that point it's a 40k double strike and it's so good. It's Choppa though. There's not much to say with it.
Absolutely. Kind of need at least one of them in every deck.
Yeah. I got 1 King Piccolo. I don't run overwhelm in this deck at all, so he's kind of my pseudo overwhelm when I have Unison out. Because he'll be a 20k double striker, and he's free as long as I have a Unison with at least 3 markers on it, which 90% of the time I will. He goes away at the end of the turn. He goes to warp. So yeah, he's basically an overwhelm. I got the 4 Raditz super combo. Bottom deck 1, draw 2. It's a fantastic super combo. It's insane.
I feel like there's not even another choice for this deck. That's just too good.
Not this one. Not unless I was going to go into multi. Then my secret rare of choice today is
Kai.
Yep. Because sometimes removal can be a bit of a pain, so this is a great way to just deal with the board and be done with it.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, I thought about running the red-blue one. The red-blue Saiyans ones.
Yep.
I love that secret.
Kale, Caulifla, and Boa, whatever card.
Yeah.
The most recent one. What is that? It's a. Man, what is that card? Radiant Saiyans.
Yeah,
Yep.
Radiant Saiyans. Great card because dropping that turn 2 is kind of hilarious. It's a double strike, 40k double strike crit. Deal with it.
Absolutely, and the card itself has board removal if you don't need it to come into play as well.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's a very good utility
Got
card
two
or
options there.
attacker. Yeah, but otherwise, Kai is amazing. That's really, there's not much
being
to
able
say about
to
it.
deal with Unisons, that's my favorite thing about Kai.
Yeah, just
It's a
getting
2
rid of
energy
Unisons.
investment to nuke a Unison.
Yeah, and possibly defense too, because it'll stop any future leader or
Absolutely.
Unison attacks for that turn. Speaking of Unison, I'm running for the Piccolo Jr. It's the best red Unison. I feel like bar none, there's not another one that's as good. Because just +1 draw, you almost never use the -2, but it's there to possibly rejuvenate and maybe do a mini board wipe. But his auto is also...
The auto's
The auto, I think, is the most... Yeah, it's the most broken thing, because they activate a counter, then you can target something on the field 15k or less and KO it.
Absolutely.
So battle card counters, if it has 15k less power, it just insta-die.
Absolutely, and like I was saying earlier, you run Yamcha.
Yeah, so he'll neg it down, so...
This will hit something 15k in the counter window. This will trigger and then go into pending until the counter window's over.
Well, it's only when my opponent counters with that.
Oh yeah, no. So if they, like I'm saying,
Okay,
if
if
they
they counter
counter
the
with like a
Yamcha.
battle card, let's say they topo you or something,
Right.
Or they for instance, you got baby aped.
Yeah,
Play
you
this
can
on the
pop
second
it.
window. This is going to minus at 15 during the counterplay window, and then the auto will proc after the counter window and minus another 15. So basically, if they use any counter skill that plays a 30k or less,
It can die.
it's dead. It's going to be dead.
Yeah, Yamcha. When Yamcha came out, I did not like him, but he has really grown on me as time has come.
It's just learning the windows for Yamcha is the hardest part. But
Yeah.
other than that, once you get that down, Yamcha's a very good card.
Yeah, no. Piccolo Jr. is just, it's an amazing Unison.
Yeah, absolutely. That not being once per turn still busted Bandai. Here's something.
Yeah, I'm very surprised I didn't do that. And then last but not least, I got some negates. So I got 3 violent rays when I can't
Very
find
strong.
topo.
And good in this. Very good in this meta.
Yeah, because if there's going to be a lot of blue, then I can at very least stop the Boo Unison from getting a swing in and potentially, or just
Stop
any
all the dual
one
attack
battle
unisons
cards.
because yellow's doing good right now with dual attack unisons. That's a 20k.
Yeah.
Blue has that dual attack unison. That's a 20k. Blue unison is also a 20k, and this also just stops Zeno Gogeta completely unless they're
Yeah.
going to revert back to a weenie rushdown instead. So this card is just, in my opinion, all around very necessary if you're going to play red right now in this meta.
Severely, because if you start getting run over by stuff, like it's just a great way to stop it.
Absolutely.
And then I got the
2 testing the app. Now, when I was playing Hit, I always preferred 3 because I was getting stuck at 5 a lot, but you do have a lot of self-awakers in comparison to
Yeah.
what my build was at. How do you feel about 2?
I think 2 is all right. Honestly, it does its job. It's a quick negate, and then it is self-awakening if you need it, and the blocker's great. No, it's a fantastic card, and it is one I would consider.
Still 5k combo.
Yeah, so even after the blocker goes away, you have a 5k combo, so life is
Very
good
good.
then. So,
Absolutely. You want to tell us about your matchups?
first round was against King Cold. I thought it was going to be a rougher matchup, but he was actually playing more battle cards, so it ended up working out so I could get my lead skill off. It was pretty much just kind of, I was just doing the hit thing. I just play battle cards, keep poking and stuff. I got him, I think, turn 1. My turn 1, he went first. He was at 4 life, so he was able to immediately go awaken and start going off. But because of the pressure I'm able to put up with all my 1-drop swings and just, I have good defense too with the violent rays, with testing, with Topo. Topo was huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Topo,
It's-
very strong card.
Yeah, no,
You don't
it's
got a response for
really
Topo.
good.
Topo will put a stop to a turn. Now, you said your weenies did a lot of work in that matchup. Now, with Theory having that free negate that pops up to 3 costs, how did that feel? Did it hit you at all?
It didn't end up coming up actually. So I think I got kind of lucky. And again, when it got to that, if he had the other secret rare to counter, I probably would have lost that one. Because just I had Topo, I Topo'd him twice, and it just worked out pretty well in my favor.
Absolutely. What about round 2?
Round 2, what was my memory is terrible. What was round 2? Oh, that was against the Supreme Kai deck. It was an unfortunate matchup for him because all his overwhelms have like double strike crit or blocker, so
Gotcha.
Hit can just
you just easily
Hit
got
can
to
just deal
remove
with
everything.
it. Yeah, it's just everything's just kind of free with it. He didn't have a way to stop like my Topos or anything. and his Unison wasn't sticking on board just because I would just take it out instantly. And I think that was very much the matchup was just extremely rough for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
what about round 3?
Round 3 was against Finn, and that one was very interesting. I had to be very careful because this deck wants to play a lot of battle cards and start attacking, but I can't do it against Finn.
Even your turn 1 play, being that you need the 1-drop Gohan in play to really concede towards that.
Well, that was where my turn 1, because I went second again. So I played Gohan, searched out a skillless, and immediately just comboed it off. I did not.
So you didn't want to trigger his awakening.
Yep, I didn't let him awaken until I think turn 3, maybe 4. So yeah, it was a very interesting matchup.
And as you said, this effect came up in that game, and I'm pretty sure you did say that's what got you the game. I'm assuming he dunked on a double strike. And
he went for the Mira. So it was like 160k double strike, and the combos kept coming, and I'm just sitting, I'm just looking like, oh man. And so I just, lead skill, gone, and that was it. He was at 1 life already because once I started playing battle cards, I was smacking as much as I possibly could. So it was, it was a very interesting matchup though. It really made me play differently. It was very enjoyable. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck.
With that being said, any final shout-outs?
And shout out to you guys. Shout out to you especially for pointing me to the Pro Mats place, because I'm planning on getting, you've seen the Yuhp gang mat. I'm going to get one that's Attack on Titan themed, which is one of my favorite shows.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to try to get that designed and hopefully rep it at some point.
Sweet.
And then shout out to my friends who helped me out with my testing and stuff on the occasion I do a test. So.
All right, shout out Team Coke Toast. You heard that, guys.
Team Coke Toast.
With that being said, guys, that is the deck. If you guys like this deck profile or my content in general, make sure you guys consider smashing all those buttons for me, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a video. And with that being said, we will see you guys next week.